Shalom. All praises go to the Most High Yahweh. Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Adawah Kodash. Double honors unto the elder apostles, a great millstone for the teachings of the scriptures, among other things. Shalom to this sincere Akim across the world. Now, I wanted to do a quick video to show you about the liars and the lies that Esau is pushing. They speaking lies as soon as they be born, you know. Esau, right? So this is the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 11, 2 verse 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. So today I was making a video on, on the street, and I was talking about that. I had people that, where they was really afraid and stuff like that about the war, and I told them, comfort them to with these words, and I tell them like, look, the war is gonna come, but the things that's happening right now is all propaganda, it's all lies. And first and foremost, before that, you have to understand the RFID chip is gonna come. So let's pull out them lies of Esau, and look, it's just like this, the story about the boy that cried wolf. He kept on crying wolf, and then people started to not believe him anymore. Because every time, a lot of people were in panic mode trying to help him, but he was laughing at them like, ha, there's no wolf, ha. And then when the wolf really came, everybody was like, he playing again. And this time the wolf did come for real and killed him. So what is Esau doing? He's basically he's screaming war, war, war. And when everybody says basically, war ain't gonna come anymore, then the Most High is going, the Most High is going to show you wrong. The Most High is going to show him wrong too. But yeah, let me get up in this video. Now here is a live thing of this guy here, Trump, live speech. Well, it's not live anymore. Sorry, I just read here live. Sorry.
Very much. A short time ago, the U.S. military carried out massive precision strikes on the 3 key nuclear facilities in the Iranian regime.
Uranium regime. Okay, Iranian, you mean? Where they have uranium. But anyway, it's just funny. It's just funny. Funny guy.
Fordo, Natanz, and Esfahan.
He butchered all the names just horribly. He looking at him like, what the fuck is he saying? The names were totally disgusting. All 4 names he destroyed. The land, Iran, and the three places. Even he's looking at him like, what the fuck you doing? You already looking at them.
Strikes on the 3 key nuclear facilities. Thank you very much. A short time ago, the U.S. military carried out massive precision strikes on the 3 key nuclear facilities in the Iranian regime. Fordo.
Look at his mouth when he said Uranian. Sorry, man. I just like how this guy is just. He's just a funny person to me, man.
Natanz and Esfahan. Everybody heard those names for years as they built.
Yeah. You heard them for years, but you still can't pronounce them. Anyway, let's go up in the scriptures, right? Now, this is he said completely destroyed. He said he completely destroyed them, but I'm gonna get them in their own documents to show you that they're lying. But wait, let me wait. Sorry. I'm jumping the gun here. Officials concede they don't know the fate of Iran's uranium uranium stockpile. So this is June 22, 2025. A day after President Trump declared that Iran's nuclear program had been completely and totally obliterated by American bunker-busting bombs and a barrage of missiles, the actual state of the program seemed far more murky. They full of shit. They're lying to you. With senior officials consenting they did not know the state of Iran's stockpile of near bomb grade uranium. We are going to work in the coming weeks to ensure that we do something with that fuel, and that's one of the things that we're going to have conversations with the Iranians about. So the point is here, he's lying to you. He's full of it as usual. Anyway, I typed in this thing here, which is this article's title. And I got this article over here: The Hunt for Iranians Missing Uranium. If you believe Donald Trump, which you should not, Iran's nuclear program was completely and totally obliterated by the U.S. strikes on 21 of June. What was it again? Sorry. Yeah, you shouldn't believe it. That was actually my only point. Satellite photos show before and after U.S. strikes on Uranium. Sorry. Yeah, I said the same thing as him. Iran's nuclear facilities. But the difference is English is not my main language, so I'm allowed to make mistakes. Anyway, so here they got like new photos and stuff like that. So this is the before, and this is the after. Which you would ask yourself, like, so what really changed? You saw this thing over here, so what happened? Nothing. Freaking nothing happened. Like, not as what they say, as in completely, because this thing is still here. He talking about completely obliterated. That is not the truth. And I'm gonna read that here for you. So, by the way, this is from Bloomberg. You can find these. I'll put the other links in the description box so you can check it out for yourself. And I'm gonna put this one also. This also is from the New York Times. And this is from Bloomberg. Israel-Iran war. Okay. Satellite images question Trump's claim. It questions Trump's claim Iran's atomic sites destroyed. Clearly, they can see that it is not completely destroyed as how he said it is. And it's even worse than that because they're just full of shit. But let me read the points quickly. Trump said heavily fortified sites were totally obliterated Saturday, but independent analysis has yet to verify that claim. He's lying to you once more. Rather than yielding a quick win, the strikes have complicated the task of tracking uranium and ensured Iran doesn't build a weapon. According to 3 people who follow the country's nuclear program. So what did he do? He complicated the task of tracking the uranium. You know why? Why would you make something complicated in order for people to make it all murky? What does murky mean? Well, murky, where's that word murky here? Murky is when you have this. It's like murky waters, right? What is it? Okay, cool. Murky. Dark and gloomy. This is murky waters. You can't see through. So you don't know if it's a deadly snake there or a crocodile. You don't know nothing. You have no idea what's in there. So is it trustworthy? Or are you just gonna go out there and swim? Especially if this would be South America. Do you think, and this would be the jungle, not the valley like it is here. Do you think that it would be a good idea for you to just jump in the water head on, just like that? Well, this is not the jungle, obviously, but if it was the jungle and this was, look, as you can see here, just funnily, there might be an animal right here. You have no idea what the hell is there. Anyway, that's murky. So they made it murky. And why did they do that? Well, he has good reason to make it like that. Let me see here. This one. I'll put all the links in the description box so you can check it out for yourself.
The deadline for attaining this goal is getting extremely close. And Iran, by the way,
that was 1996. This is 2002.
Is also outpacing Iraq in the development of ballistic missile systems that they hope will reach the eastern seaboard of the United States within 15 years. By next spring, at most, by next summer, at current enrichment rates, they will have finished the medium enrichment.
He said that back in 2000 what? No, 1996.
The medium enrichment and move on to the final stage.
They would have finished. That's what he said.
From there, it's only a few months,
a few months, possibly
a few weeks.
Okay, a few weeks. Okay, cool.
Before they get enough enriched uranium for the first bomb. The foremost sponsor of global terrorism could be weeks away from having enough enriched uranium for an entire arsenal of nuclear weapons. That would place a militant Islamic terror regime weeks away from having the fissile material for an entire arsenal of nuclear bombs, if not stopped.
So if you make it murky to not track it, then people could you could say, like, you have the argument where you could say, well, it's possible, it's somewhere. Let's just bomb them first and ask questions later.
Iran could produce a nuclear weapon in a very short time. It could be a year, it could be within a few months.
He said that in 1996, and it goes even further.
Less than a year.
Less than a year. Sorry for me stopping it the whole time, but I'll put the link in the description box so you can check it out for yourself anyway.
Iran could produce a nuclear weapon in a very
This is in 2025, a few days ago. Actually, last month.
Short time. It could be a year, it could be within a few months.
Today is what, 5 July, sorry.
They have the wherewithal, the stored up, preserved knowledge to make a bomb very quickly if they wanted to do it. Iran is so dangerous. Weeks away from having the fissile material for an entire arsenal of nuclear bombs. They're very close. They're 6 months away from being about 90% of having the enriched uranium for an atom bomb. Iran is gearing up to produce 25 bombs, atomic bombs a year, 250 bombs in a decade. Ladies and gentlemen, time is running out.
Iran will be capable of producing alone, without importing anything, nuclear bombs within 3 to 5 years.
Not stop.
And another one, it goes all the way back to 1992. I think I put it somewhere here. 1993? Yeah, 1992 was another one. So Netanyahu in 1993, Iran will have bombs by 1900. It's like 1999. And even before that, by the way, he said it in 59. He said it in 79, 69. Every year he comes up with a new thing. The Prime Minister has been warning for over 20 years that Tehran is close to achieving its pursuit of nuclear weapons. Clearly, these people are not building anything with nuclear weapons. They don't have that, or else it would have been manifest out of thin air for 30 years ago now. So why would they make it then difficult to spot? In order for them to say, like, see, it's somewhere, it's got to be somewhere, we just can't find it. He just made it complicated for them to be able to pinpoint it, like, look, there it is. So now it's complicated, so now they don't know where it is. That is what the bombing was about. And more things too. Wait, let me go on. Did I color more? Okay. Here it says here, entrance to the nuclear site are filled with debris. So the entrances are filled, but the thing is still there. What did they do? They just collapsed the entrance. That's what they did. Basically just full of shit. It says here, U.S. Air Force General Dan Kane, funny, told a news conference earlier on Sunday that an assessment of final battle damage will take some Will take some time. This thing over here. Inspectors, meanwhile, haven't been wow. Sorry. Inspectors, meanwhile, haven't been able to verify the location of the Persian Gulf country's stockpile of near bomb-grade uranium for more than a week. So they can't find it. But I have more articles to show you like they're faking the funk. Because I was talking on the in the video that I'm doing on the street, talking about the war is not now. What they're doing is they're gearing up, like screaming that that wolf thing that I said in the beginning. What was it again? The boy that cried wolf. The war is coming, but what I was trying to do there in that video is to comfort one another with these words, because like I said, I've been talking to a few people and they're straight up panicking. So I'm gonna show you a few things. Like, look, what they're doing is they're just tripping on purpose. The war is going to come. We are in that season, because I talked about that also, 1 Thessalonians chapter 5. But we're not there yet, because Matthew 25 has to come in full effect. Revelation chapter 13 verse 15 has to come in full effect. 15, 16, and 17 and 18. People need to die for that RFID chip. And also the spiritual fight needs to come. The Micah chapter 5 verse 7 on down. The Zechariah chapter 12 verse 7 on down. The Zechariah 9:13. The Joshua 23:10. The what more? Isaiah 40 and 31. Isaiah 41 and 15 on down. All that oh yeah, Isaiah chapter 4 verse 1. 7 women shall take hold of one man. That has to come to pass. Isaiah chapter 32 verse 9. Woe unto you women that are at ease, you careless daughters of Israel. That one has to come to pass. Many years and days, many years and months shall you be troubled. That needs to come to pass. Okay, so I typed this one in again, which is the article. It says here, pictures show, which is this article right here. Because you might not be an expert. I'm not an expert, by the way, but I let them experts talk. So this is that article. Sorry, here. That I typed in. And it's satellite images question Trump's claim Iran's atomic sites destroyed. So I typed that in. And then you get this article here in Independent. Like I said, I put the link in the description box so you can check it out for yourself. Pictures show superficial damage to Iran's nuclear sites. So now you really can't see if they're really doing something or not. that was the targeted outcome. While a leaked intelligence report suggests the strikes only set back Tehran, they don't have nuclear weapons like how they say that they have, just like how Iraq didn't have it. But it says here superficial damage. So I looked up the word superficial, and it says appearing to be true or real only until examined more closely. Just like here. Like it looks like it's real, but yeah, what's going on? What's going on is they faking the funk. They setting up stuff because they're the master deceivers. They know how to do their job. They know how to do things. This is another article. Iran's parliament votes to close Strait of Hormuz in response to U.S. attack. Okay, cool. So what does this mean? This means that this thing is called Strait of Hormuz, just like you have the Strait of the Gulf of no, not the Gulf of what am I talking about, man? Wow, the Suez Canal. Just like you have the Suez Canal and you have a strait over there too. Here, this one, sorry. This is that strait. Which is a narrow, here, what is a strait? A narrow passage of water connecting two seas or other large areas of water. Basically, this is a strait. Like a difficult, no, sorry, a narrow could be difficult here. Trouble or difficulty. And then they have that here. This place over here. And what is there? Well, Iran has made clear that closing the Strait of Hormuz, which connects the Persian Gulf and the Gulf of Oman, was an option if the US launched a direct attack. Iranian officials have also warned the Iranian military could hit US bases in the region, which could lead to a massive US casualty. Which could lead to massive US casualties, and an attack could be coming soon, sorry. Excuse me. Now, this is the Strait of Hormuz. You probably never heard of it, but anyway. What does it mean? The Iranians say that they're going to close it. So what does that mean? What do they do there? So I typed in, how much oil comes through the Strait of Hormuz? In 2022, 2024, oil flow through the strait averaged 20 million barrels a day. So if they close that, what would that mean? That would mean that 20 millions is not coming in per day. How about that? About 20% of global oil and gas flows through this narrow shipping lane in the Gulf. Blocking it would have profound consequences for the global. So what does that mean? More money. For whom? Well, I'll just say this. If you have a car, it's going to be expensive for you. If you use oil, it's going to be expensive for you. But not only that, you have these transporting things like trucks, boats. They all use oil, and therefore their prices is going to go up. And therefore the goods that they bring in, those prices are going to go up in order to cancel out the extra payment that Iran would cause them to have or get because of their war with Iran. That don't make no damn sense. That's like me being a warden and I lock your girl up and there's no other woman in sight for you, only that one. Do you think it's a good idea to make trouble with me? Hey man, fuck you, man. What you say? You want me to lock your girl up and make her die lonely like by the way, you're gonna die lonely too. Make her die like Michael from the scriptures, from King David's wife that he got from Saul, his daughter. Do you want your woman to die like that, single? You need me, so be friendly. Anyway, as of 2023, 20% of the world's liquefied natural gas and 25% of seaborne oil trade passes through the strait, making it a highly important location for trade. So 20% of liquefied natural gas and 25% of seaborne oil trade. So if you close that place, you can just imagine that a lot of things will get more expensive. And that is what these Edomites are doing, because war equals money for them. Because the people are gonna pay. Yeah, me included. I'm not exempt or something. Okay. Here's another article. Widespread. By the way, the title of this, I don't know what I'm gonna title this video. I'll just say the point of this video is to show you 2 Corinthians chapter 2 verse 11, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. What does devices mean? Devices means plans. Wow. He has his plans. Here, a plan, method, or trick with a particular aim. That one. That's what he's doing. Esau's doing that. Where was I? Damn, I ate too much. Sorry. Widespread GPS jamming across Strait of Hormuz. So that's what they have located, basically. Like that's what they saw on their so-called radars. GPS jammers. 6 supertankers performed abrupt U-turns. So the supertankers are the ones that bring the oil from that region into the rest of the world. But they turned around after that how you call that thing? After that attack. So earlier reports confirmed that 6 supertankers abruptly reversed course in the Strait of Hormuz. Now, new alerts indicate Iranian missiles have been spotted over Doha. This brings us to GPS Jam, a site that publishes daily heat maps of GPS/GNSS disruptions impacting aircraft, which now show widespread high interference GPS jamming across the critical maritime choke point. This suggests further disruptions of maritime navigation in the waterway. So they're basically getting ready to kind of shut down the oil, which is all going to gear up to higher prices and just eventually war. Eventually, but they gearing it up bit by bit, you know. Psalms 58 and 3, sorry. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. That guy that I just showed you right here. It's full of it. That guy Trump too. They're all the same. They're Edomites. They're lying to you. Even their own officials is telling you, like, here. Satellite images question Trump's claim Iran's atomic sites destroyed. They question it because they're looking at it like, all you did was just crumble the entrance to the places. You didn't do anything. And you know what the funny thing is? They don't even have anything. They didn't have anything since 1992. So if they get it now, I wouldn't blame them. But anyway. Micah 6 and 12. For the rich men thereof are full of violence, and the inhabitants thereof have spoken lies, Esau. Well, you can apply this to Esau. And their tongue is deceitful in their mouth. This is exactly what this guy is doing right about now. He's been deceitful since 1992. Lying to you, talking about it's going to be next week. I'm sure it's going to be, it might be next month. It might be 6 months. It's coming. Right? Psalms 144:11. Rid me and deliver me from the hand of strange children. If I'm correct, King David was praying this. Whose mouths speak vanity, and their right hand is a right hand of falsehood. They're false. They're lying to you. It's all about lies with these Edomites. Eventually, it's going to become truth. Not that Iran is trying to make nuclear weapons to kill them, but eventually, the Most High is going to cause it to where there will be nuclear missiles shot upon Amalek. Psalms 144:8. Whose mouth speak vanity, and their right hand is a right hand of falsehood. Normally, your right hand is supposed to be the good guy, and your left hand is supposed to be the bad guy. That's why the scriptures tells you in the book of Matthew, Matthew, let not your left hand know what your right hand is doing. Your right hand and your left hand can't think, but this is symbolic, a representation of the people that you put on your left hand are acquaintances, people that don't really know you, your colleagues, people that, you talk to and all that, but you don't tell them your secrets. Your right hand is the things that you keep near unto you and dear unto you. But it also says, like, don't tell the wife of your bosom, don't tell her everything. Like, what a lot of people love to do is tell them, a lot of men love to do is tell them the secrets of their, the right hand and stuff like that. You should never do that to no woman up on this planet Earth. It doesn't matter what she say. One time she gonna fight with you and she gonna pull up all the things that you told her. Look at Captain Desariac from ISUPK. The one that was intimate with him went to his enemy, Sister Polite, calling himself Brother Polite. And then she told all his stories. And that's supposed to be a good woman, right? You're lying to yourself if you believe that. Anyway, Netanyahu in 1993, Iran will have bomb, whatever, by 1999. Netanyahu cited then Iranian President as saying in October 1991 that the Muslims must cooperate in the production of atomic bombs. So if I'm correct, he did it since 1991. I thought it was 1992, but since 1991. Cool. Netanyahu addressed UN nation about Iran bomb with cartoon picture. So I typed that in. And where did I put it then? Here? I think this is it. Yeah, this is it. Yeah, wait a minute. Right, wait. Let me see. Let me play this first.
Do you need for a bomb? And how close is Iran to getting it? Well, let me show you. Brought a diagram for you. Here's a diagram.
And you should think about this. This is a politician. This is a person that is supposed to show some real damning evidence. Like, nah, like this is it. And this is what he brought out. Fucking cartoon character. And then he lit the fuse too. Like, make it look like it's lit. No graphics, no... This is what I mean with graphics. I don't know how you call this in English, but graphic. Like this one. Huh? Oh. Sorry. Like, he didn't come up with these type of things like some, these so-called evidence type things and stuff like that. He didn't come with anything like this. Statistics, I would think that they call it. I think I don't even know the word. I saw it. Data. He didn't come with this. He didn't come with calculations. He didn't come with like doing some research like on a Sherlock Holmes type tip with bullseyes and all that type of stuff. Like, no, this is it. He didn't come with no percentages. He didn't come with nothing. Nothing important. Nothing. No math. Nothing. No nothing. No up and down. Nothing. Just. Where is it? Sorry. Just this. That's what he came up with. And people gobbling. And he's talking, and you can just see in his face that he's making stuff up and lying. These people don't have that. What he's saying that they have. Same thing that happened with Bush. And Iraq.
This is a bomb.
Yeah, okay. This is a bomb, right? I don't have the subtitles, so sorry. It doesn't have it, so sorry about that. It doesn't have script neither because it's 12 years old. It doesn't have the script. It doesn't have the transcription, so sorry about that.
This is a fuse. In the case of Iran's nuclear plans to build a bomb, this bomb has to be filled with enough enriched uranium. And Iran has to go through...
You know what? I can't sit here and watch this bullshit. I'll put the link in the description box so you could check it out for yourself. He's just full of shit. Let me go to the scriptures. No, wait. Let me go to these type of... these articles, not type of articles. These articles. Which is here. I'm going to just read the headlines, man. Then going on. Netanyahu has made wrong claims on nuclear program since 1992. Yeah. They have been doing that, and this has been published in 2018, 30 September. I'm gonna just give you the headlines, cause yeah. Here, Tulsi Gabbard Tulsi Gabbard sidelined by Trump for opposing Iran war report. This is this Elam female, because I think she's an Edomite even, because her father looks weird, and her father looks like a tear-baby. Well, not tear-baby. I mean, like, he looked like an Edomite with the Elam female as mother. That's what I see when I look at him, at her father. And her mother is, of course, an Edomite. Just like Kamala Harris. This is, I think, an Edomite. I didn't look up her lineage. I did look up the lineage of Kamala Harris. And her great-grandfather was called Joseph Harris. Here, Kamala grandfather. This guy. This is Edomite. This is her grandfather on her father's side. This guy is his father. And then this guy is his father. I did that video. So here you have 4 Edomites. All of them. And then this guy went to, I think, Jamaica or something like that. Or what was it again? This guy, sorry. Here. This guy, or did I have it backwards? This one is the grandfather, and then it goes even further. Wait, right here you have the bloodline. I did a video about this, so I'm not gonna go up in this deeper. This is the great grandfather, Joseph Alexander Harris. Then you have her grandfather, which is Oscar Joseph Harris, Wild, whatever. And this is the one that was in Jamaica. He was in Jamaica too. He found himself a so-called black female. Agriculture exporter. He was on a, you know, sugarcane type slave owner. And this one is the result of that. But they already been planning that his daughter, his granddaughter as well, his great-granddaughter actually, his great-granddaughter, is going to run for so-called president, but is going to lose. Everything is already staged and set up. Then you have this guy over here, Donald Jasper Harris, which is him, which is a tear baby. And then you have this little tear baby over here. And then on their mother side, which is doesn't even count, but I still want to mention it, is this guy. He's a sugar planter, sugar planter slave owner. So he's a sugar planter, like sugar cane and all that there. And he's married to Mary Mulvina Brown. And then you have Mary Mulvina Brown. And then you have here Mary Mulvina Brown. And what is their child? Let me see. Married to Hamilton Brown. And then you have this one over here. Where am I? So here. Christina. Elita Brown Crispy. Relations with Joseph Alexander Harris. Parents Hamilton Brown. Mary Mulvina Brown. That's her. So this is slave. This is tear baby also. And it's like her. This is the father. So here you have another woman, which is Kate William, which was a slave. I think he was married to her too. He was popping her as a slave. And then he married this one over here, Mary Mulvina Brown. So Mary Brown basically is her mother. Parents is that Edomite Hamilton Brown. And Mary Brown, which is that slave. And this is the product of that. And then this is the mother of, I think this one or the other one, whatever, which one. One of them. So on both sides, Kamala Harris is a tear baby on both sides. But yeah, the mother doesn't count, but still, you know, the mother side doesn't count, but still I just put it out there. So it says here Gabbard falls in line. Wait, let me Okay, so it says here, Tulsi Gabbard, which is this female over here, which is, I think, a tear baby. This one. I didn't look it up. I don't even want to look it up. I didn't feel the need to, because it's a woman. That's one. Second, I just looked at her parents and I saw this guy. So I was thinking to myself, like, it's probably the same thing as Kamala Harrison. I looked at him. I looked at him here. I'm like, kind of white looking. Then I looked at him here. I'm like, okay, he's kind of brownish. So what happened over here? I don't know. It's just something weird about these people. Anyway, it doesn't matter. They're heathen nations. Anyway, so yeah, sidelined by Trump. So this female got sidelined by Trump for opposing Iran war. Report. This one, she's the commander, and I just want to laugh by saying that. But anyway, Gabbard has been sidelined in internal administration discussion about the conflict between Israel and Iran, and appears to have fallen out of favor with the president. The sources told NBC News on 19 June. Gabbard did not attend. Gabbard, did I say it good? Damn, man. Gabbard did not attend a meeting of top officials 8 June at Camp David to discuss tension between Israel and Iran, the report added. Gabbard has been working behind the scenes to try to find a diplomatic solution. Like the woman is more level-headed. Well, according to this, it is. Than Trumpy. The National Intelligence Director testified before Congress in March this year, highlighting that the U.S. intelligence community did not believe Iran was working to build a nuclear bomb. Did you get that? Let me read it again. The National Intelligence Director testified before Congress in March this year, 2025, highlighting that the U.S. intelligence community did not believe Iran was working to build a nuclear bomb. So what has this guy been talking about for nearly 30 years now? He's been talking a lot of shit, like a lot of lies. They speaking lies as soon as they be born. Going on. When asked about her testimony on Air Force One on Tuesday, Trump said, "I don't care what she said. I think they were very close to having nuclear bombs." Just like this guy said. Going back to 1992. This starts at 96, but yeah. So now this happened, right? And this was published on... I didn't want to make this video too long. Damn. Okay, so this one is published on 20 June, and this one is published on when? I can't see it. Ah, here. 19 June. So 19 June, she was so-called against him. And then the next day, it says here, Gabbard falls in line, claims Iran close to nukes. They're building nukes. They're lying to you. Anyway, the media of misrepresenting her statement in March that Iran was not building a nuclear weapon. That's what she said. She said it right here. I clicked on this thing over here. Here it says it already, but I'm going to read it here. Of herself. So this is her tweet, so-called her tweet. Just because it says her thing doesn't mean it couldn't be a, a handler or something. The dishonest media is intentionally taking my testimony out of context and spreading fake news as a way to manufacture division. You people do that by yourselves. America has intelligence that Iran is at the point that it can produce a nuclear weapon since 30 years ago. Within weeks 2 months. Same thing said 30 years ago. If they decide to finalize the assembly, President Trump has been clear that can't happen. I agree. It can't happen, meaning they don't want it to happen, and it will not, and therefore they will strike first.
The degradation to its property.
I'm not gonna play this. I'll put the link in the description box so you can check it out for yourself. So this comedian over here says this. Whoa, Tulsi is now the Colin Powell of this administration. She knows better, but has chosen to lie through her teeth with the cell of war. She's worse than the others because she spent her career pretending to be against regime change war in Iran. What an utter disgrace. She can't change shit, and if she did, she'd be dead. So sometimes these people, they actually are, how can I say it? They break out of character, meaning they know what they're supposed to do. Just like, for example, JFK. He know what he was supposed to do when he came in office, but he broke character and he kind of stepped away from it, and then, you know, he was sent to the spiritual realm. Same thing, for example, with Edward Snowden. You might think Edward Snowden is this great whistleblower and all that there. He saw the things happening to the Jacob descendants. He didn't say anything. It was when they started to do it to his own Edomite race, then he switched on them like, what are you doing? This is the American people. Then he started telling on them. He didn't do it for you, and neither did this female. When she was talking about the Michael Jordan 3-pointer. What should I say, LeBron, whatever? The 3-pointer, yeah. She was not talking about it when our people were getting smoked with the here, this one, with the help when she was younger. Fact check. I did not expect for them to do that one. I wasn't thinking about it. But yeah. Anyway, she didn't say anything at that time. It was when the 2020 thing started to happen, then she spoke. You need to let that sink in. Anyway, you need to let that sink in. When they see that Esau is snatching up on their own, you know, then they're gonna talk. Then they're blowing the whistle or something like that. It says here weeks. This is just made up today. Actually, it was made up since 1992. It contradicts every single piece of intelligence on Iran for 20 years. Well, you're kind of right about that. Even Nethanyahu never went so far. You don't know Nethanyahu because he did it in 1992. So you clearly don't know that part about your so-called guy that you keep on higher than her. She's a fucking puppet boy. It's a goddamn Edom. I think it's an Edomite. Just like Kamala Harris, they're all Edomites. They're mixing up here and there and here. They're all Edomites. You know. I'm surprised that Obama is not an Edomite. He might be straight up Canaanite, and they knew that. So they told the Canaanite guy, hey, have sex with this white woman over here, and then we're going to pay you. And then after that, they killed him in a car accident. He died. So that he can't recant his his part in it. Anyway, you got that white woman, die. Yeah, like 20 minutes sex for fun. Wasn't it fun? Anyway, these are the type of things that these Edomites are doing. If you think that they're not baby snatchers, like they're gonna take your child and raise it for themselves, you haven't read Deuteronomy 28. They shall take your children, and you shall long for them all day long, but can't do anything. They did that with the Native Americans. They did it with the Afro slaves. So yeah. So basically here, it's talking about that she is the director of national intelligence. Tulsi Gabbard criticized journalist Ellen at the reporting methods because first she was so-called fighting Trump, and then a day later basically she switched because, you know, he pressed her or something like that. They're all playing the game. But back to the example of Edward Snowden, sometimes they do basically clash with each other, but a lot of times it's scripted, so you don't know which one is real because they're so full of lies. Sometimes you don't have an idea, like, well, I do have an idea, but I just don't know. That's it. But I think if something happens to her, I'd be like, oh shit, yeah, she was really against him. But that's when she's dead. Right, so this one here. And this one is the claims that they did, the Nethanyahu and stuff like that, going back since 1992 until 2025. Look how many years they've been saying that Iran has these nuclear capabilities. It's 3 to 5 years from nuclear capabilities. No, here he said, no, actually it was here. It's here he started with the weeks. I'm not sure about all these. I think in 1993 he also said weeks. Let me see something. Newsweek, no. Whatever. Let me just leave that. Going to over here now. Obadiah chapter 1 verse 7. All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee, and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him. Esau is not going to know what the hell is going to hit him once everybody turns on him. Because all the wickedness that they have been doing for the past few centuries is going to basically fall back upon them, and they're going to be very afraid. Revelation 17 and 11. I'll just go to the point. Verse 16, sorry. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. Because that city is talking about America. Well, it's going to explain here, sorry. For the Heavenly Father Yahweh had put in their hearts to no, you know what? I will read it. Because I had something here. Something, where was it? Yeah, this one. So, Revelation 17 and 11. And the beast that was, and is not, even he is the 8th, and is of the 7th, the Roman Empire, that goeth into perdition. And the 10 horns which thou sawest are the 10 kings, which have received no kingdom as yet, but receive power as kings 1 hour with the beast. Yeah, because the Roman Empire fell, but it came back up as the basically UN and the Americas, then that whore, and that great city, that beautiful woman that everybody wants to go toward. These have one mind, and shall give their power and strength unto the beast, which, you know, wait, it's going to explain here. These shall make war with the Lamb. So these, they're going to make war with the Lord Yahushua, and the Lamb shall overcome them. For he is Lord of lords and King of kings. And they that are with him are called and chosen and faithful. Yeah, many are called, but few are chosen. These ones are called, chosen, and they are faithful. And he said unto me, the waters which thou sawest, where the horse sitteth, and people, and multitudes, and nations, and tongues. Let me read it again. And he said unto me, The water which thou saw, the waters which thou sawest, where the horse sitteth, are people, and multitudes, and nations, and tongues. And the 10 horns which thou sawest, 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. So they're going to turn on America. For Yahweh had put in their hearts to fulfill his will. So now they're joining forces with them, with Esau basically, and eventually they're going to turn on them. And to agree and give their kingdom unto the beast, until the words of the Heavenly Father shall be fulfilled. That's why you hear these rumors of America, well, Trumpy. He's trying to gather Canada unto himself. And then you have the so-called resistance over my deco body. Yeah, eventually they're going to form an alliance. And then they're going to see like, oh no, man, this guy's, fuck him. Then they're going to turn on him. And the woman which thou sawest is that great city, which reigneth over the kings of the earth. And that woman, that's that whore. That's that great city, which reigneth over the kings of the earth. America is the ruler of all the kings upon the planet earth. And with that, they're going to fall because of America. And Amalek, by the way. The book of Sirach, chapter 5, verse 12. If thou have understanding, answer thy neighbor. If not, lay thy hand upon thy mouth. Now, I had a reason actually that I wanted to bring this out, but I'll just say this. If you don't know, then it is best for you to not say anything. Because me personally, I know that, and then when somebody asks me of like, hey, we in that time right now, I'll be like, no, I don't know. We are in that season because it shows you in the book of First Thessalonians 5, and also Matthew 24 for 2 examples, you know. And it also says like, comfort one another with these words. So when you see a Jacob descendant being kind of afraid, then you comfort them with these scriptures. And if you don't know, then you don't say anything. But if you do know, you open your mouth and you tell them like, listen, don't worry too much about that. Just remember that the RFID chip needs to come. What they're doing right now is a lot of lying, a lot of false information out there talking about, yeah, we destroyed them completely, but they're lying to you. What they're doing is they're creating a situation to where they're going to eventually have that war that they so desire. But Russia is going to back up Iran. So that needs to kick in too. But for now, the Most High has not put in their mind. Let me read that again. Revelation 17:17. For the Heavenly Father had put in their hearts, which is their minds, to fulfill His will. Because they're going to burn that whore with fire, nuclear fire. And that whore is talking about America. And to agree and to give their kingdom unto the beast. You're gonna have NATO also being in the level in a basically leveled up, because they're gonna be powerful, and then even NATO is gonna turn against them until the words of the Heavenly Father shall be fulfilled. So once the word of the Heavenly Father shall be fulfilled, what will they do? They're gonna burn her with fire. And the woman which thou sawest is that great city which reigneth over the kings of the earth. I know I have to show that one again. Here, I typed in this. US believe Iran is not trying to build a bomb in 2012. Here's that article, 2012. So I clicked on it. US does not believe Iran is trying to build nuclear bomb. 2012, Los Angeles Times. It says here, U.S. intelligence agencies don't believe Iran is actively trying to build an atomic bomb. A highly classified U.S. intelligence assessment circulated to policymakers early last year largely affirmed that view, originally made in 2007. Anyway, both reports, known as National Intelligence Estimates, conclude that Terra halted efforts to develop and build a nuclear warhead in 2003. So what does that tell you? It tells you that they have the information. They still fucking around. Because why? Because for the Heavenly Father had put in their hearts to fulfill His will. That's why. They're going to fight. They're going to fight. Now the only ones at this time that can look. I hope Iran has nuclear wars. I really hope they do. Warheads, because they, I hope they do. But I can't prove it. But I think they do, and I hope they do. That's what I want. And what I do know, 100%, I do know that Amalek has nuclear weapons. I know that from all the people that are in the Middle East right now, there's one person that I definitely 100% know to have nuclear weapons, and that's Amalek. They're the only ones that can be proven to have it. The other ones, yeah, you can speculate what you want. It's highly likely that they have it, but do you have proof? You Edomites, I'm not questioning Jacob descendants. I mean, you Edomites, do you have proof that they have it? Actually, funny enough, they have proof. They do have proof that they don't have it. But that doesn't matter, because Trump said, I don't care what she thinks. I think they were close to having one. That's it. That's it. They don't give a shit. Here. His remarks came after the chief of the International Atomic Energy Agency, this thing over here, Rafael Grossi, said there is no proof Iran is seeking a weaponization of its nuclear program. So they have the proof. They just, and he don't care. He don't care. It doesn't matter. And it doesn't matter. Look, I don't want peace. I want war. But I want to show you about how they're lying. They're lying about it all. It's all fake. Just like how Bush went up in there, fake already. But the majority of the people of the earth are they're gonna believe it. I do have like a few people that I know, family members and stuff like that. They're talking mighty friendly to me right about now. They're talking. I've been telling them for years about that World War III. It's coming. And now they're mighty friendly. So, Lord willing, with the scriptures, I'm going to comfort them so that they don't have to paranoidly worry themselves too much to death, like they start, I don't know, getting gray hairs or something like that. Just with that stress. And it's been like a few weeks already talking. And they're mighty friendly right about now. So, Zephaniah chapter 3 verse 8. Therefore, wait ye upon me, saith the Heavenly Father, until the day that I rise up to the prey. They're going to be prey. For the Heavenly Father's determination, but the Heavenly Father, is to gather the nations, that the Heavenly Father may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them, the Heavenly Father, his indignation, even all the Heavenly Father's fierce anger. For all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of the Heavenly Father's jealousy. This is what we're waiting for. Therefore wait ye upon me, saith the Lord, until I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them mine indignation, even all my fierce anger, and all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. So what we need to do is wait. And though it tarry, wait for it. It shall come. It looks like it's coming, and it looks like it's not coming, because they keep on screaming wolf. For example, if you've been around since 1992, well, that's 1996, but anyway, you would start to be like, this motherfucker, he's crying wolf all the time. I don't believe this guy no more. But to the power of the media nowadays, especially with the internet, you could go back a long time. This was only aired one time. You couldn't be, not really one time, but it was only aired in that time period. After that, you couldn't really find this anymore on the television. Yeah, I couldn't. I definitely couldn't. But now to the power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai through the internet, Psalms 19. Now we are able to go back up in the past, time travel, because Esau got it like that. You know, this is a time traveling type of thing. Look how young he used to look. I got the other one where he looked even younger. Oh, damn it. Oh yeah, that was another one. Sorry. He looked even younger. But you can Google it for yourself if you feel like it. If you have the time. If you feel like doing it, you know. You could look him up. Nethanyahu young, you know, stuff like that. Time machine. So anyway, this is that. And let me leave it with this. Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? The Heavenly Father is the one that covers the faces of the judges thereof. He allows Esau to do it because he made him so. Ezekiel 28. He caused him to be that the anointed cherub is now Esau, and the ancient anointed cherub is the prince of Tyre, which is Canaan. Okay, last article. CIA planted evidence in Iran's IAEA. I can't even pronounce this thing, sorry. Which is this here, this article. So CIA planted, this is, by the way, this is 2015. CIA planted evidence may force this word. Review of Iran's alleged nuke arms program report. What are they doing? The goal is to plant this substantial piece of deceptive information on the Iranians' nuclear weapons program, sending them down blind alleys. That's exactly what a lot of people are doing right now. Well, what Esau's doing to a lot of people, I should say. Wasting their time and money. No. Money will never go to waste. It's always transferred. Did I use that word correctly? I don't know. It always goes from one place to another. That's my point. Unless you burn it like the Joker, which it seems fun to me. I really want to do this one time. I really want to do this. Heavenly Father, when I saw this movie, and until this day, I just want to do this. It looks like, and I want to see the faces of the people that would be standing around or something. I don't know. Next to me, I don't know. I don't think you're going to be next to me, but I would say it's not about the money. I would really say it's not about the money. It's not about that. I really want to do this. I think it looks fun. It looks fun, this thing. And then set it on fire. It would be fucking. I just want to see how it looks. It looks like fun to me. So anyway, but yeah, Esau's gonna cry, which would be fun. So that's one of the reasons I want to do it. But anyway, wasting their time and money. A May 1997 CIA cable submitted to the courts reads, the intelligence in question pertains to fake designs of an atomic component that were transferred to Iran in February 2000. Yeah, I don't have to read more. I'm gonna put the link in the description box so you can check it out for yourself. But they want to do Iran like they did Iraq, Iraq and Iran. Iraq and Iran. Iraq is this one and Iran is this one. They want to do them like that. They want to do Iran or Iran. They want to do Iran like they did Iraq. Iraq. Damn it. Yeah, they want to do them like that. So, let's see here. Yeah. So don't worry too much about this. I don't know. We just put your faith in Yahweh Bashem Yahasha. He gonna take care of stuff, you know. Whether we make it or not, it's up to the Heavenly Father. So that's why I don't really care. I just hope I do, and that's it. I don't really 100%. I don't give a fuck. What I do want to do is this. I want to do this with Esau's money. I saw it in the movies. I want to do it too. Ooh wee. I think it looks fun. Yeah. So with that, I'm gonna say Shalom. And the video that I'm about to release, it goes into that the war is not yet, because there's a lot of lies going on. They've been doing this war since 1992. Actually, before that, I shouldn't even say 1992. That's when they started talking about it and stuff like that. But sorry. Comfort one another with these words. When you see the RFID chip and stuff like that, then you know that we are like a few seconds before the time comes. And yeah, remember also, there will come a spiritual war. This one. This will come also. Zechariah 9:13. When I have been Judah for me, filled the bowl with Ephraim, 12 tribes coming together. It already happened back then. It's going to happen now again. History repeats itself. And raise up thy sons, O Zion, against thy sons, O Greece, which is Japhet. And you can find that here. Sorry, this one, sorry. Click this one away. You can find that here, which is Gen 10. And the sons of Japhet. Then you click on Japhan. Hey, I thought I had it colored, didn't I? What? They took away my stuff. What a joke. What a damn joke. Wow. They... Oh, it does. It does. Huh? Okay. I thought, okay. I didn't, okay, cool. Didn't see it. Okay, cool. Anyway. Hebrew 31:20. Here, Greece, Ionia. So Ionia Sea is this one. Is where Macedonia was. Here, Greece, and then you have Edonia. Where is it again? Ionia Sea, sorry, Edonia. Here you have Ionia, but yeah, here, the Ionia Sea. Here, this is what I want. Ionian Sea, which is this one, this whole region over here. Oh, I saw a map over there. Here. Yeah, it's the same thing. This region, this is the sea. Actually, this all here. Because, let me see this one. That's between the one in Italia. Yeah, you have the Ionian Sea. Well, this is not really a sea, but yeah, this is Ionia, so they have that region. I just had it actually. Yeah, this one. Here. Oh, no. Sorry, I said this is Ionia. Sorry. Good that I looked it up. This is basically that region over here, which is, sorry, this one. Yeah, the Ionian, wow, Ionian Islands, Ionian Sea, but this is basically Greece. All that there, this one. Oh, I got it. This one right, this is better. This whole region here, right, and that one. Here, even better. Macedonia. There you go. That's what I want. So with that, I'm going to say Shalom. Don't believe liars, by the way. Don't believe people that tell lies.